everybody. I am your Jamaican Queen, Miss Y. You are tuned into How I See It TV, and this is a quick How I See It live. So, Funky Dineva and Tamar Braxton. All right, we are back. Check, check, check. Let's start this again. Welcome, everybody. I am your Jamaican Queen, Miss Y. You are tuned into How I See It TV. And this is a quick How I See It live. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter now called X at How I See It and on TikTok at How I See It TV. So, as I was saying at the start, before we were rudely interrupted. Funky Dineva and Tamar Braxton, they are still in the social media entertainment news cycle. Just a quick refresher. Tamar posted, I think it was last week, that she woke up, her friend found her and she woke up in a pool of blood. She doesn't know what happened. She's missing 14. That is what she said in a post. She almost lost her life. Now she's looking at life differently, blah, blah, blah. Next thing we know, Funky Dineva goes on his YouTube the Monday night and he basically says he don't know what happened to the lady. Those were his words, not mine. He doesn't know what happened to the lady. They went out to celebrate his birthday. Next thing he knows, she's texting him asking for Dr. Heavenly's number. And then people are sending him the post that Tamar Braxton made. Now what I said last week or the week before, I don't even remember at this point in time, when this story first happened, was the way Funky Dineva was talking about the whole situation. It made him sound shady and suspicious, and he would have been better off just not making a statement. And I also said that Tamar basically needed to do better to get out of this type of media circus, or this media cycle of where every time we hear her name mentioned in entertainment news, it is something messy. So fast forward to this week, there is more to the story. Allegedly, Tamar and Mendices, that's Yandy Harris's husband from Love and Hip Hop, they're supposedly, having an affair, whatever the case may be. We don't know, right? Fast forward to today, Tamar is rolling out some project. She's dropping an EP, and the EP comes with it a movie or something. And Funky Dineva has posted to his Instagram that when he drags Tamar for filth, he doesn't want to hear ish because over his birthday weekend, she allowed people to, drag him and create narratives surrounding what happened to her over that weekend and his involvement or alleged involvement. And she has not come out publicly to clear anything up. And here's what I have to say to that. Funky, you got yourself ate up. You got yourself ate up by going to your YouTube to fill in blanks regarding a situation that you clearly didn't need to fill anybody in. You got yourself ate up because you went to your YouTube Tamar didn't mention anyone outside of the friend who supposedly found her in a pool of blood. Okay? And the only reason people started speaking on you, Funky, is because rather than going to your YouTube and just saying to your subscribers over there, y'all just pray for Tamar. I'm not sure of the details, but just, keep my friend in your prayers. You were just really shady and messy about what Tamar claimed happened to her. And whether it was a publicity stunt or not, whether it's a publicity stunt or not, the fact still remain that how you went about speaking on what she claimed happened to her, how you went about speaking on it on your YouTube, is why people started to speculate on their beliefs about what could have happened. The lady, I don't know what happened to the lady. I don't know what happened to the lady mouth. It's like, dang, is she your friend or not? Now, her promoting her EP and promoting this movie that goes with the EP, it still doesn't mean that what she said happened didn't actually happen. Her using this, I guess, her name being in the social media entertainment news cycle doesn't mean that she was lying about supposedly waking up in a pool of blood and having, you know, her teeth gone or missing. We don't know. At this point, we don't know. And at this point, one could speculate that if this is a publicity stunt, then perhaps you are fully aware and fully a part of it, Funky, because you are in this little movie trailer that we saw Tamar post. So once again, your attention seeking is going to have people speculating, because rather than just stay off of social media, shush your mouth and wait for all the pieces to fall into place, here you go again talking about when I read Tamar for filth, da 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 da. Just shut up. Just shut up. If Tamar is a liar, if she lied about this whole thing, it can come out without you having to say a word. The truth always, always reveals itself. The same way you didn't have to say anything that Monday night because people in your circle were calling you and they were saying, hey, you were out with her. What happened? What happened? And that made you feel like you had to come and make a statement. You didn't have to. Tamar didn't implicate you. She didn't implicate any of the other people that she was with. She just said her friend found her in a pool of blood. She almost lost her life. That's what she said. We don't know if she fell the Monday morning or the Sunday night or the early Sunday morning after you dropped her off. We don't know. You were the one who decided that you were going to fill in missing pieces. Oh, we went out this Saturday night. I dropped her off, early Sunday morning. I didn't go upstairs. Nobody asked you for all of that. Tamar didn't even give all of that. And as I said before, we don't know when the friend found her. The friend could have found her on Sunday night, which means it ain't got nothing to do with you because you said you dropped her off early Sunday morning after y'all were out Saturday night. So the friend could have found her, supposedly, if this actually happened, friend could have found her the Sunday night or early Monday morning. But here you go trying to fill in missing pieces in a shady way. And that is why people started doing videos talking about it because of your YouTube video. You got yourself ate up. Tamar may be lying about what happened or supposedly happened. But the fact is, it was you being an attention seeker, running to your YouTube, trying to get ahead of whatever story you felt like you needed to get ahead of that got you ed up in the first place. And you're doing it again. Because we still don't know if what Tamar said happened is the truth or not. So how are you so sure that it's a publicity stunt? If she has a timeline for when she needs to post the promotion for the music that she's releasing, then regardless of what she claimed happened or not, she still has to stick to that timeline. Obviously, this movie was in the work for a while because you're in it. I'm sure this movie didn't happen. Y'all weren't filming for it last week. So obviously her EP, she didn't record that last week. So if she has deadlines, she has to stick to those deadlines. Doesn't mean that what happened to her didn't happen. So Funky, please. You didn't learn the last time you went live that sometimes you just need to be quiet and let things play out before you speak. Maybe you can learn that this time around. Just be quiet. You ain't got to read her for Phil. You ain't got to drag her for any reason because you still don't know. You still don't know. So when you go and you drag her for Phil, and then she comes out and she shows medical papers or whatever to prove that what she said happened, then what? Then what? Then what? It's okay to pause. And now, Tamar, let me get on you real quick. Because if this turns out, Tamar, hey, Miss Cece, Tamar, if this turns out to be some stunt that you're pulling to promote some music, then shame on you, and I will stand on that. If when all things are revealed, it turns out that this was all a stunt, this was all games, then shame on you. Because this would just make you a thirsty attention seeker. You are talented, Tamar. A beautiful lady, too. And it would be so sad if this is the route you went to promote your new music, because your talent should be able to speak on its own. As again, you're a talented lady. You definitely can sing. You definitely can write. So you don't need to do all of this to promote a project if the project is good. Now, granted, music and the music industry is not what it used to be when Tony Braxton was singing on Break My Heart and those bangers. It's a whole different industry. You got people who can barely hold a note going viral and making millions overnight, getting record deals. And people like you who are talented singers who have put in the work for years, not even being seen right now. But the fact still remains, Tamar, you're talented. And if the music is good, people are going to talk about your music. If the music is good, people are going to sing the songs. If the music is good, it's going to go viral. So doing all of this, if this was actually a publicity stunt, if this was actually a publicity stunt for these songs, then you just took away from your project because people aren't going to like this. If it comes out that this was actually a publicity stunt, people are not going to like it. And all the money that you spent doing that movie for this EP basically just went down the drain because people aren't going to support the foolishness. You got people out here. probably wasting prayers for some foolishness, wasting get well wishes for some foolishness. You wanted your name in the social media entertainment news cycle. So that's what you put out? I hope not, Tamar. I hope not. Hey, Toot. Hey, Nanny of the Maroons. I hope not, Tamar. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see. I hope all the information comes out soon enough. And then we're going to talk about it. Whether you come out with proof that you actually went to the hospital, you got proof that there was blood on your floor and your friend took pictures, whatever the case may be. We're going to wait and see. And then when all the pieces fall into place, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it once more. And that's it, y'all. Those are all my thoughts. Cece says if this was a stunt, Tamar's project will probably suffer. Yeah, because it's silly. She would be so dumb if this turns out to be a stunt. Um, listen to one thing people don't like are people who cry wolf. Because just like in the story, in real life, when you cry wolf all the time and people get tired, there's gonna come a time when you're telling the truth and nobody's gonna come helping. Nobody's gonna send up prayers. Nobody's gonna care. Because all the other times it was a lie. All the other times you were just attention seeking. All the other times you were just clout chasing. So Tamar, for your sake, girl, I hope this was not all a lie. Hey, my degree is real. Let me see if y'all have any other comments. Danny of the Maroon says Tamar is a mess, very talented, but she seems to have a nasty attitude. And I wouldn't say a nasty attitude. I just think she has some unhealthy attention seeking behavior. Because let's be for real, all of us, we seek attention in different ways, you know? But I think she has just some weird attention seeking behavior, some weird attention seeking character traits. And I think that is what she needs to work on. I said in my last video about her and Funky that Tamar really needs to go and work on why she continues to be in the news cycle in a negative way. Why we can never hear a story about Tamar and it's something just extremely positive and not messy. Like, girl, you're coming out with with new music and you got a movie to go with it. Even if it's a low budget movie, but still, you have new music and a movie to go with it. That should have been at the forefront. You should have been dropping clips of songs and clips of the movies weeks ago. People are out here speculating about you and Mendices probably being in a relationship when honestly it could really just be that y'all have a business relationship. He was in your movie and that's why y'all are hanging out. There's nothing more to it. Because that would be super weird that y'all all live in Atlanta and you out here with that lady's husband all over Atlanta like that. I thought that was crazy. But then when other reports said, oh no, Mendices is the leading man in her movie, I was like, okay, so then maybe that's why, they're hanging out, but hanging out without his wife? Shoot, I don't know. People do crazy things. People do crazy things. You said Tamar didn't lose no teeth. God. Because the question is then, was she trying to like piece the story together by, waking up and saying, hey, Funky, send me Heavenly's number? Was that like, okay, here's one proof that I really lost some teeth because when I figured out, what happened, I called Funky and asked him for Heavenly's number. Like, was that what that was? Child, let's wait for more information. Join me later, y'all. I'm gonna talk about Melody Cherie and her Ebony magazine article. I have some thoughts on that. So join me later tonight for that, or maybe tomorrow at around the same time. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter now called X at How I See It, and on TikTok at How I See It TV. Thank you for tuning in. Until my next live or my next pre-recorded video.